Good evening, everyone. We will now begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for blessings and protection received while participating in the construction of paradise on earth. Amatsu-Norito and Miroku Prayer, please stand. Amaharani kamsumarimasu kamurogi kamuromi no migoto mochite sumemi oya kamu izanagi no mikoto tsukushi no himukano Hanano odono ahagi harani misogi harai tamo toki ni narimaseru harai dono o kami tachi moro moro no magagoto tsumi kegare o harai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sukoto no yoshi Amatsu kami kunitsu kami aoyorozu no kami tachi tomoni ame no fuji koma no mimi kuritate kikoshi meseto kashikomi mo maosu Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae Kum nagara tamachi haemase Kum nagara tamachi haemase Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving your ray. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
Meishu-sama, bless you.
Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Paradise on earth, that which has been called the kingdom of heaven, paradise on earth, the age of Miroku, is the ideal world to come. Happy are our thoughts of the new age of justice, a time when all that is good will prevail and evil perish. The coming new age will bring all crystal clear world, where even the tiniest wrong deed or impurity cannot be hidden. It is our mission to impart a realization of truth through which all the errors of the old age will be clearly revealed and corrected, and a world of light, serene and pure, will become a reality. Then all evil will be eliminated from our hearts, and good, which has been oppressed for so long, will come to the fore so all humanity can enjoy true happiness and fulfillment. The first important step towards such a goal is the awakening of all the people of the world to truth for the daylight age.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters. This evening, I have this faith experience I would like to share with you. It's from Juliana Leitão Marcondes. She's from the Coimbra Johrei Center, Portugal. Juliana has been a Johrei member since 2012. She has always been a very vivacious person. However, this personality, in times of great frustration, became harmful. Because when something happened that she considered unfair or that she felt disregarded, she became extremely angry to the point of having tantrums, becoming verbally aggressive with the people involved. She would be blind with rage. The worst thing is that when she reached this state of negativity, she couldn't easily return to positivity, reaching the point of affecting her day and sometimes affecting her for weeks. She would like today to share with us about the importance that dedications had in her inner change. While she was living in Brazil, she did not give service assiduously, as her priority was always work and something else, except dedications in the church. She came to live in Coimbra due to her partner's PhD studies. After arriving in Portugal, she began to feel tightness in her chest, anguish, and cried for no apparent reasons. When this happened, naturally memories of her paternal grandfather appeared in her mind. And when commenting with a friend from Brazil about what was happening, she suggested Juliana to attend our church in Portugal, and so she did. She was warmly received with affection and availability on the part of both the minister and the trainee, that through their posture in the dedications showed her the importance of giving service and of participating in the activities of our church. Thus, she assumed the commitment to dedicate regularly, and through the basic practice of our faith, she managed to gain strength to face the natural difficulties of moving to another country. She was also able to meet new people, which made her very happy. Over the course of her various dedications, she faced several improvements that put her impatience and stubbornness to test. Gradually, she began noticing small changes in herself, having started to value more the positive side of other people, instead of just getting focused on the things she didn't like. At the same time, she noticed the elimination of some perception blockages she had, gaining a greater understanding of our faith. With each dedication that she performed, she renewed her decision to surrender her issues to God and Meishu-sama. Thus, she felt more tranquility, patience, clarity, and discernment. These changes were reflected in her daily life, and the biggest proof was the passage that she will describe. Due to a health situation that requires periodic monitoring, she has 2 appointments a year in hospitals. Before her appointment, it is necessary to carry out medical analysis at a specific time, which usually takes place in the morning. In the first consultation, she was not able to make the analysis in time due to a long waiting line, thus compromising the consultation in the afternoon. With this situation, she became very angry to the point of compromising her whole day with bad thoughts and enormous frustration. In November, she had her second appointment, and remembering what happened in May, she contacted the hospital's clinical analysis department in advance to make sure everything was scheduled and confirm the time at which she should be present. The lady who attended her informed that there was no previous appointment in record, so she made the appointment then. So when Juliana asked how long in advance she should be there, she was told that 15 minutes would be enough. On the appointment day, when she arrived to do the analysis in the morning, she was informed that she would have to wait in line with a password. Juliana tried to argue about the information she had been given and the need to take her exam on time, but it was all in vain. The lady, extremely impatient, responded to Juliana aggressively, not allowing any possibility of dialogue. Although Juliana was very angry, she began to notice the people around her and realize the fragility of human beings. Therefore, the following question came to her. What is an exam done at the wrong time in view of the suffering of all these people? Her answer was nothing. She repressed her anger and surrendered that situation to Meishu-sama, asking him for strength to overcome what she was feeling. Then she thought about not worrying in advance, feeling grateful for being alive, and she reflected that anger wouldn't solve anything. After an hour, she was seen and did the analysis. She felt very good and with a happiness that she even felt strange. Upon returning in the afternoon for the appointment with the doctor, the secretary informed her that he was not in the hospital and that she should return the following day in the afternoon without an appointment. Even in this unpleasant situation, she didn't have any negative feelings. As she didn't have the appointment, she returned to class, and at the end of it, on the way to another appointment with 2 classmates, she ran out of gas in her car. The car stopped in the opposite lane of an accident between 2 cars that had just happened. Although only material damages occurred, it caused a confusion in the traffic, and as her car partially blocked the other road, it got even worse. If it were before, the situation would make her extremely angry to the point of not being able to make any decision to resolve the problem, even thinking about leaving the scene. She told the person she was meeting that she would be late, but when she arrived, she saw that the person didn't understand her message and didn't wait for Juliana. So Juliana sat down with her classmate, who was also going to have the same appointment, and they talked for hours. It was wonderful for them to get to know each other better and exchange experiences. All these events in one day, the delay in the analysis, cancellation of consultation without prior notice, the doctor's postponement without scheduled time, the lack of gas in the car, and the misunderstanding of the last appointment. Before, any of these events would be reason to ruin her day and even affect her whole week. However, this time she felt happy and grateful for having been able to react positively in all potentially negative situations. In her last days in Portugal, she has had many permissions that she attributes in large part to the dedication she's been carrying out. In her home, she received the consecrated picture of Meishu-sama and felt that with the daily practice of praying, in addition to the atmosphere in her home having become more harmonious, she leaves home in the morning with a different state of mind. Her partner, even without being a member, supported her in receiving the picture of Meishu-sama, and he too daily greets Meishu-sama. In the professional arena, she is taking a course in ceramics that she has been longing for a long time. In the church, she was invited to assume responsibility for the liturgy at their headquarters, which she accepted with great gratitude as she considers it a very important step in solidifying her faith. In her friendship circles, she began to offer Johrei, and to this day, she has managed to channel it to more than 10 people, having guided 5 of them to the church, and 1 of them has already become a member. From the moment she began to prioritize church dedications and our basic practices of faith, she was able to gradually transform her state of mind, becoming calmer, more tolerant, and more balanced. By placing her difficult situations into the hands of God and Meishu-sama, she managed to let go of her problems, and consequently, she began to see new opportunities, totally amazing her. Julian is very grateful to God, Meishu-sama, and her ancestors for this opportunity of her improvement, and to the minister and trainee for all their support. Thank you very much for listening to this faith experience. Wish a very blessed weekend and looking forward for your presence in our upcoming daily services in the following week. Thank you very much.
This brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you everyone for joining us and have a blessed evening.